Hi, I'm Jason, and I'm the dad, the man, the myth, the legend. With me is Marky.
I have a hook.
Any spoiler alerts?
Yeah.
Ooh.
This says Peter Pan. He didn't have a hook. Spoiler alert. Pan didn't have the hook.
Alright, so we're just going to do our weekly review, and hopefully Marky didn't get out of the picture since we're using a new camera. We're all good, okay? So we're just going to do our weekly review right now. In my ever-ending quest to find comics to read other than DC, since they screwed us over extremely, I found another comic that came out this week on Wednesday the 10th, right? Yeah, Wednesday the 10th. It was by Big Dog Inc., which does Pain for Your Soul, which, if you haven't read them, read them. It was a 6-issue mini with a one-shot Maid Madeline, but that's not the comic I'm reviewing. I'm going to be reviewing their newest comic, which is also a mini, called Critter. If you like Teen Titans, Wonder Girl, stuff like that, you'd probably like this comic. It's about this one girl from like Michigan or some small town whose mother was a superhero, and it seems like maybe her grandmother was one, but her grandmother doesn't approve of it or something like that. But I digress and move on to the main story, where this girl, she moves to LA to join a superhero team, kind of like, well, maybe to go solo, but in going solo she joins the super team. She's like, her name's Cassia, C-A-S-S-I-A. Cassia, that's it.
We went over that so you
We
wouldn't
did,
sound
and I still sound stupid. She's a decent superhero, just starting out. And the bad guy, there's this bad guy named Yellow Jacket who's actually pretty badass in him. And there's this other bad guy, or another good guy called Paradox, who's from the future, who actually looks badass. It's more for the kiddie, well, not kids, but probably like ages 13 to like 17. It deals more with more of their situations, but the artwork's really pretty. The writing's good, and I am looking forward to the next issues because I want to find out more about the Paradox guy. I kind of like him better than the main character. And the bad guy, Yellow Jacket, is pretty badass. As I say, artwork's pretty. Issue number 1 just came out on the 10th. So that's a good start. So instead of having to get like Justice League's issue number 1, forget about them. Get this. Don't get no DC number 1s. Get the new number 1s. So Big Dog Inc., Critter. I'll give it 10 stars. I'll give it 8. With the possibility in the future maybe it going up more. Marky?
I didn't read a goddamn thing. Ready for some sweet reviews? Here we go. We will review the Jonah Hex that I did not read.
Woohoo!
Issue 70.
Yeah. And we can't see the picture no more, so we have no clue what we're doing.
Alright, so issue 70. You would think that everybody at this point, if you watch this, I love Jonah Hex, so you'd think that, with anytime there's a 10th issue, you'd think I'm excited, which I was. I went to the store to get this book and Batman Beyond specifically. But then I see it says Weird Western, and I feel like they cheated me out of the final issue of Jonah Hex being Jonah Hex, because he doesn't have a book anymore, because he's got All-Star Western.
Yeah, well, he's still like the main guy in it.
He's got All-Star Western, and it looks like he's a sheriff, which means I guess he's not going to be wandering around being a bounty hunter like he has been for the last 40 years. So, Weird Western Tales was another old Western book like All-Star Western, and I actually believe Weird Western is where Jonah Hex first came from. Then I think he went to All-Star Western. Then because of his popularity, he got his own book. Because you don't go down, you move up, or just cancel him.
Or just disappear.
You can't change the character's entire back history and make him a fucking sheriff.
Sure they can. It's DC. And he's not going to be sheriff. He's going to be working for, like, the sheriff or something.
Anyhow, I'm still going to be getting that one. And at some point I'll probably read this when I calm down. Then I'll probably do a real review. Probably be pissed during the review. But I'm going to read his book. Hoping that he will not be stuck in one town. But since it's Gotham, I have a feeling he's going to be stuck there. Otherwise, they would have picked a town with a name we didn't care about.
And you know they're going to be like, Mr. Wayne, because like there'll be a Wayne family member who'll be like a doctor most likely or something. And
I'm going to review another DC book here that I didn't read. Another one I was all stoked for. Alright, Batman Beyond. This is its final issue.
That's so sad it's gone bye-bye.
Now my problem with this is 8 issues ago I was told I was getting a continuous series. 8 issues is not a continuous series. It's a mini-series, if that. So, with it being the final one, I'm actually excited to read it because they brought back ink. But I guess I'm just kind of savoring it in disbelief that they would cancel this and then give me Batwing. Batwing.
In Africa, man.
I don't have a problem with them throwing me more black superheroes. That's cool. You know,
yeah, I got
they can
no
do
problem
that as much as they want. But you don't get rid of Batman Beyond and then what looks like the same style of art, give me Batwing. That's not acceptable.
But he'll fight the diamond smugglers and...
No.
And you would think, like, with Superman around, there would be no more diamond smugglers and, like, all that stuff, you would think, unless he doesn't care about, like, genocide.
Now, for a real fast, quick, like, real review, I went to a Borders that was going out of business, and I bought a couple of graphic novels, and I just reread The Ultimates 3. In some of my previous reviews, I raved about how great the Ultimates series is. The Ultimate series is like perfect 10 until you get to Ultimates 3. And it drops down to probably a 7.5. The only thing that keeps it up that high is actually Hawkeye just being psychotic and killing people for no reason. I am done that one.
Yeah, I guess we're done. Camera person, just press the red button. Play this game. Bye.